Hello guys, welcome back to melmelcooks. We're going to make Bak Kwa today in lieu of Chinese New Year, which is around the corner, or Lunar New Year. It's a big spring festival celebration for the Chinese. And so Bak Kwa or Loong Yoke. Bak Kwa is Hokkien, Loong Yoke is Cantonese, and in Mandarin is called Rou Gan. It is a very auspicious and festive food commonly seen or gifted during Chinese New Year. In Cantonese, Loong Yoke means dragon meat, and dragon is a very ferocious, auspicious animal for the Chinese people. So what we have here is our main ingredient, which is pork meat. Here in Singapore, I have the luxury of going to a butcher in the wet market and asking for my pork blended specially or customized. So when I went to the wet market this morning, I told the butcher, who speaks English by the way, that I like to make Bak Kwa, dried meat, dried pork meat, and I asked for 30 to 40% fat. So he mixed and matched different cuts of meat. If you're not in this region and you have no accessibility to a wet market with a butcher that's able to customize, then you possibly want pork shoulder or pork butt with about 20 to 40% of fat. I would recommend higher than 20% just because it may be healthier to have 10 to 20% fat. However, there's a tendency for your Bak Kwa to be hard and dry. So we need some fat in there to make it tender and soft. So I asked for 30 to 40% fat. So as you can see, there's some fat in there, but the rest are lean meat. And the butcher actually minced it on the spot for me.
Okay, first of all, let us weigh our ingredients into the Thermomix bowl. 450 grams of minced pork. Then we will add in 100 grams of raw sugar. And next up, we will go with 42 grams or thereabouts of honey. And then it will be our soy sauce. We want 15 grams or 15 milliliters, which essentially is 1 tablespoon. Then next we have Chinese cooking wine or Shaoxing wine, Chinese rest wine. 2 teaspoons of that. And we have fish sauce, and we'll go with a teaspoon and a half. Great. We've got some oyster sauce too, and for this I'm going for 15 grams of oyster sauce, a pinch of black pepper, and half a teaspoon of sea salt.
Now you want to just mix it up and knead it. So don't forget to put your cover back on, make sure it's secure. We're just going to choose the dough mode, and we're going to go for 2.5 minutes of kneading. Start kneading it now. Alrighty guys, it's chiming to let me know it's ready, and then we'll take a peek. Here we go. Look at this. And what I like to do is marinate it for 4 to 6 hours before I roll it out and bake it in the oven and grill it for the last 5 minutes or so till golden brown.
Hi guys, this comes the really fun part. Rolling your seasoned meat onto a baking paper and rolling it out to a thickness of 3 millimeters, which is 0.3 centimeters or 1/8 of an inch. So first of all, you want to cut a size of your baking paper that fits your pan. My pan is 8 by 10 inches, which is 20 by 25 centimeters. And then you want to place it on your counter. Before you do that, please line your counter with sufficient cling wrap, as this process gets very messy. Okay, you want to place your seasoned meat patty or seasoned minced meat onto the baking paper and flatten it down. Place another cling wrap on top of it so you don't muck up your rolling pin. Pat it down to a compact, even layer, and then use the rolling pin and go ahead and roll it out to the desired thickness. And you want to roll it to the size of your baking paper. That gets a little tricky at the edges. So what you can do is you can roll it bigger than your baking paper, and then we'll trim the sides to fit the baking paper later. Alrighty, this part does take some time if you're new to this, but trust me, it'll get better with practice. And you know, it's quite therapeutic if you ask me. Ha 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 ha. Okay, roll, 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 away we go, and pat, 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 away we go. It's coming along, it's coming along. It's easier to feel with your hands, the thickness, the layer, so that's why I'm patting it down so much. Alrighty. Yes, I know, it does take a while, doesn't it? We're done. So peel the cling wrap off. And now we want to cut it to the size of our baking paper. Trim off the excess. Don't worry, it doesn't go to waste. It goes back into the bowl and we'll use it for our next piece. Alright, so trim it off. And then you want to tuck in the edges, even out the edges, level it, and then ensure it's all in a same flat and compact and uniform layer. So pat it down, do what you have to do. There we go, smooth it out, voila. Okay, let's transfer it onto a pan. Go. This is tricky as well. Can we do it? Yes! Yes, we got it. There we go. Let us use a spatula to flatten down any raised edges. So you want a uniform, smooth, and compact layer. Next, we're basting with oil before we bake it at 160 degrees Celsius or 320 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to be baking it for 15 to 20 minutes or thereabouts.
This is how it looks like. There will be liquid, so you want to remove the meat and separate the liquid and discard the liquid. It's hot, so just put it there.
Let us prep our grilling grill on top of a pan covered in foil to catch any drippings from the grilling process. Then we want to baste the grill with sunflower oil or any non-tasting light oil so that the meat patty will not stick to it. Okay, once that's done, you can leave that aside, and then we'll go on to cut our baked meat into manageable sizes, and using a spatula wok turner, gently lift it up and place it on the grill. Easy, easy, yay! Then we want to baste it with pure undiluted honey. That is if you like it sweet. Then we'll grill it for 2 minutes with a watchful eye.
Grill. This is how it looks like. I'm gonna flip the meat over. and baste it with honey on the other side. Then I'm back into the oven it goes.
Okay, if you like it less sweet, please do not baste with honey. What you can baste with is oil or the liquid drain from the baking of the meat layer.
Yay! Okay, see, this is what you don't want. I kinda forgot about the 1 minute, and so the edges have charred. Also depends on your grill as well. So we're gonna flip it again. And baste it with honey. Just a very thin layer this time. I'll just go with the center and not the sides because the sides have charred. Okay guys, I think this looks pretty good as is. The sides are a little charred, but I think it's good to dig in and taste because if we grill it for too long, it might just dry up. Let's get a clean knife and fork. Let's try to flip this. Take a peek underneath. There we go. It's a nice color down there. It's not as dark or red as the ones you can buy outside, possibly because they use red yeast powder. You can add that if you want to, or if you want a darker sheen, you can use dark sauce or dark soy sauce or dark caramel sauce. I didn't. I just used oyster, soy sauce, fish sauce, sugar and honey, a bit of salt and pepper. So here we go. Cut it up.
Guys, I'm going for a sweet version because I'm trying to recreate the Bak Kwa by Vinh Hyung, and they have a sweet caramelized outer layer. So I used honey to baste generously. To get a very good authentic char, it's best to use a charcoal grill or an outdoor barbecue grill because there are limits to what a grill in an oven can do.
Voila! My very first homemade Bak Kwa. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I sure hope it tastes like the Vinh Hyung ones. That's my gold standard. I added a lot of honey because theirs tastes sweet, salty. So, and it's really moist and not too dry. So I decided not to overcook mine. Here we go. Enjoy guys. Thanks for watching. Bye now.